All right, we're recording right now. Thanks for joining me. Jason DeBeas, courtside. Sorry, Jason DeBeas, I'm courtside. This is court 2. It's 1-1. That's Skjodt, that's Urango, that's Patar, that's Wood. Wood's at the net. I'm going to get into... Wow, what a dig by Patar. Outside set, Gina dug out of the middle, looking for 2. Patar, cut. Another dig. Who's going to blink? Not yet. Wood for the finish. Woo, that was a drifter. Uh-oh, now it's turning into a little bit of a hot mess. Who's going to back clean up here? There's the cuts!
Oh, what a cut. What a
and
cut.
we are just getting started. Hey, when you get a chance between sets, I want to ask you one thing that you got better at and one thing you want to do better.
Probably between sets.
No, between matches, yeah. We're at 3-1 right now. That's Sarah Wood to serve. Sorry guys, I'm a little bumbled because it just set up and I didn't expect to record a match this early, but these two young ladies have a story. They were in the AVP first for juniors on the final stage, and at the same time they finished semifinals in Virginia, which won a bid for the adult tournament here for Hermosa Beach. So pulling double duty are these two fantastic young ladies, Wood and Patar. Sarah Wood and Ashley Patar. Wood, the blonde on the right, in the oppo position. Gina with the jump serve. Very good pass. Nice hold at the end. And there's the block, there's the cover. And a little bit of a drifter and the... Wow. And great Skjodt finishes what she started.
My social duties are done.
So yesterday I had the pleasure of calling some of these matches with Aaron Wexler, and I had a volume issue, so when I was looking at it, the volume was really low, but I have an editing software, so I'm probably going to put it up later and jack up the volume. But today I did a little test, easy volume fix, and here we are, baby.
Oh yeah.
Aaron, wherever you are, hope you can join me later. I need as much work as I can before Motherload. So for everybody listening, I'm a real color commentator. I'm half duty, half just talking smack. I just want to work out some kinks and at the same time have a good time. And since I'm not paid to do this, to quote my friend Betsy Flint, I'll do what I want, Jason.
Nice serve, Gino.
There's 6-3, and this is where youth and inexperience take precedence. I think we have this thing where you give up 3 in a row, it's automatic timeout. You know, sometimes the wheels come off a little bit, and Gina's a streaky jump server. And there's the back set, up and down, and knuckle dug. Great, Skjodt. Skjodt with the finish. No, not yet.
Oh.
Got it. Yes, yet. And timeout might be. Yes. And sometimes you need the adult in the room to say, hey, call timeout.
Yeah.
And there he is. Yeah, definitely sit up here. It's the best seat ever. I just haven't figured out how to get the poles high enough.
Yeah.
Where the only way you get the poles high enough is if I take the sandbags and I put the sandbags this way, but I don't want to like encroach, you know, like the pat. So.
Are you encroaching on my fixture? No, you don't want to be in the shade? Sit up there.
No, go ahead. You guys sit where you want.
I don't want to sit up there.
No, do you want to sit here?
No, he wants to be in the shade. Be in the shade.
So for the people behind the camera, I have a nice little director's chair.
If you run out of cookies for your daughter, let us know. We're up.
I love the chair. I love the chair where I can just yell, cut, fucking cut. That's what he looks like. Cut. The best in the biz, Matt. My man. Matt, you got a little pride parade whistle there, man. Is that a real whistle? Gina Urango needs no introduction.
It's got glitter on it.
Yes. Yes, look, especially if it's the New York one. You can't have a New York Pride Parade without glitter. What I didn't like about the LA one, and I'll get into that in a minute as I get a quick side out. The difference between the New York one and the LA one, New York one was celebrating, and LA one felt more like validating. You know? And you forget about celebrating your differences as opposed to highlighting.
Yeah.
You know?
You come to Chicago.
Highlighting your differences introduces this path to unfounded hierarchy, and then at some point there's going to be friction. Celebration that I don't give a F.
Yeah.
Come give me a kiss. We're good. Yeah.
That's New York every day.
Yeah. That is. So, but that's what I thought. If I was going to critique, coming from an honest place, that's what I thought LA missed the Pride Parade. It's like, oh, we count too. It's like, bitch, we know you count too. That's why there's a parade. Wow, that ball out of bounds, and there's 2 in a row for the youngsters. So, joined by Steve Devlin from SOB a little bit. Steve, these young ladies, I was just on the camera, they were in the juniors tournament in the finals, but they'd also, in Virginia Beach, they won a bid to be here. So they're pulling double duty right now.
Did they
And
win the tournament?
yeah,
Or are they top
they won.
3?
Yeah, they won.
Awesome.
They're from Philly,
Yeah.
or at least one of them are from Philly.
Sarah and Ashley, right?
Yeah. What's up, my dude? Where you from, Steve? Sweet home Chicago.
Feeling some pain. It was pretty much been a reasonable time, and it's still just a long day out here, all day long watching, and
Yep.
a little ball afterwards.
I want them on the podcast because if the AVP doesn't tell this story,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know what I mean?
And the young girls are good. I got beat up by a couple 20-year-olds yesterday on the
Yeah.
court.
They're it's
I
just.
blame my partner, just like everybody else. It's my partner's fault.
I will say this: it's when it became an NCAA sport, there was a boom period, just like heavyweight champs. Like once every 4 years, there's this boom period of uber talented girls, and I think 2023 is that boom is the reset on the boom period.
You can go back to Kelly and Betsy coming out of college. And
Yes, that was
Cincinnati back
2016.
in the
Yep.
day.
That was 16 and 15, right? And then 2019, if you remember Hermosa Beach 2019, Kraft and Maple, 15 and 17 years old. The Norris twins weren't even in USC yet. They were in the draw. Chrissy Jones and Muno, qualifier to the semifinals. It was just this litter of talented girls telling the girls ahead of them, your time's up.
Oh, Gina.
Which makes Gina so unique.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This group of young girls pushed everybody else off the cliff.
You would know. I heard she was the first person to get a beach scholarship. Gina Urango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. SC, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. A very classy, charismatic young lady. What a hot boyfriend. I'm a little gay for Eric
Did he go to
Baranek.
Wapaka, do we know?
Huh?
I know he's not here. Did he play?
No, he's not
Wapaka?
playing at all.
Okay.
And I
He
won't
played
talk
in the
to.
Huntington qualifier.
Yeah.
From there.
He played with Ali San.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Billy scooped him up.
I'm just glad that Jeff wasn't in his bracket, because you know how like styles make matchups. The best chance that Jeff had of getting into the draw was against Shakhtar and Murata. Jeff had beaten Murata 4 of their last 6 meetings, so but that changed too. We got 11-7, and here we go, 11-8. Sarah Wood to serve. This is court 2. We're north of the pier, Hermosa Beach, California. Jason DeBillius. Oh wow, Gina. Calmly, quietly, a little bit of a luff balloon, right? We had concerns about that spraying upward,
She
but
had-
nature finds a way,
Nobody
baby.
was in the air. She didn't need to hit it hard.
Yeah.
Placement over power.
Yeah. And she saw the pull. She saw the cross pull.
She's an
Sure.
SOB favorite.
Yep. She really is. That's a pretty good dig, and she had to go. She had to go. Compete set. I like that. Expect her to go hard middle. Yes, she does. There's a dig. Looking for 13. Urango, Doug. Wow. And that ball just a bit outside as we go to the technical timeout. The score is,
Way out.
to quote Bob Uecker.
No touch.
And as this early capacity crowd, she's got the team Skjodt out here. Urango chooses her partners wisely. She's got a pretty religious following, but Skjodt and her together are gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Gina's got the SOB group in the corner over there cheering
Yep.
for her.
So, doing the camera zoom, that's Renee on the top, on the high chair. Paid her dues as a media person and a player. And now she's reffing. Great personality. I thought about just having her as a co-host on a podcast. She moved to Newport. I would love to to have like a tag team partner like her. She's such a great personality. And there's Matt, one of the best in the business, the man who has to make the tough calls. Sometimes when you have
on the cameraman.
What's up, my man Eric in the house? I was just telling them sometimes when you see these hands calls, and whether you don't make the call or whether you do, someone's not going to be happy and someone's going to hate the ref. So big up to Matt, big up to Renee, who have the job that nobody wants, nobody likes, but at the same time nobody wants.
All right, who are you guys rooting for?
I'm rooting for the young people, but how can you root against freaking Gina Urango? She's the Roger Federer of our sport.
Yeah.
She's like,
How can you do that?
like in Wimbledon, if Roger's playing Andy Murray, you're not cheering against Roger.
Yeah.
Right? So I put Gina in that Federer category.
Cheering for
We're
people,
sort of
not
rooting for
against.
both of them.
Yes. The real winner's me. So,
This is the opposite of
But-
politics. You're actually cheering for someone, not against them.
yes. Yes. The real winners are us, man. We got our behinds up early. I'm gonna, since I got the camera, this is called a happy wife, happy life situation. My wife said she wanted to come
Wait till
through.
you see my video, man. I just saw the Taylor Crab beginning, and you guys doing the intro yesterday.
Dude,
It was
yeah.
So much fun.
And they put me in this position where it sounded like I was crapping on them.
Oh.
You know, I was a little uncomfortable, but I said what I said. And I don't back up. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't back up from what I said.
What would you say?
Well, Aaron Wexler's like, Taylor Crab right now is the best player out on the beach. And I asked him, I said, before I answer that, I want you to be more specific.
Yeah.
Is it here, Hermosa Beach? Yeah, a two-horse race between him and Kane. But I said, the blasphemy. I said, you got Ahmed Tijan, you got Lupo, you got Christian Sorum, you got Schweiner from Peru.
Oh, he's talking worldwide?
But I didn't know. So when I said it,
Andy Miles.
yeah. No, so when I said he's not the best defender in the world, it's Ahmed. He's not the best defender in the United States. It could be Kane. He's not, and I said he might not even be the best Crab. That's what I said, and that's when everyone was like, "Oh." So I made it sound like I was crapping on him. But two things: one, there's nothing I'm saying here that I wouldn't say to Taylor.
Yeah,
and the dude is, and both the Crabs are thick skin about that. You know,
An
the thick
argument
skin.
can be made for both. His brother's got 3 NBOs in a row.
How about
Taylor's
that?
got more championships, but
Yeah.
his name's not on the pier yet, right?
I will say this as we play out this point. I just want to see how Gina finishes it, and she got it. But I will say this about Taylor: Manhattan Beach, he hits Phil and Nick. This is 2018.
Yep.
Up 1-0. 2018 gets the dig,
And he's got the
and his
swing for the
eyes, he
championship.
saw it. His
Oh, yeah.
eyes must have been like he had the shades on, but his
Yep.
eyes must have been as big as the shades when he saw the opening, and he hit it and just missed, dude.
Yeah, but
He-
you figure he's going to be all right, right? We'll get
Yeah.
another one? No? They
He-
lose the second, they lose the third. Phil just turned it on.
both of them.
Play.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
no, you don't
Wow,
want
I'm
me
not
to-
trying to yap through this one. 17-8 is the score. And there's the cut. There's the one-arm bandit. Free ball situation. Ashley, Drifter.
Ah, nice
And
play.
that ball's in! Hey! Like I said, the real winners are the guys in this tent and everybody that got up to watch these fantastic elite athletes do their thing, man. No, but what we were saying
You're
before
right,
is
he
like,
was an inch away from the Manhattan Beach Open and
yes.
then lost the second, and then Phil
I-
just cranked it up.
And I only knew because I took the journey with him that year. I watched all of his. I kind of followed 3 players the whole year. In 2018, I followed Taylor that whole year. You know, he won with Jay Gibb, New York, AVP New York.
And he'll be on the pier
Yeah.
Sunday.
And he's got a great thick-skinned sense of humor. Like, I had a category called True or False, Seeing the Future. And one of the questions was true or false, one of the crabs are going to win an AVP this year. And I said false. I said neither of them are. And he won New York. And then when he won New York, the first person that he gave the interview was me. And then when he found out I said that, he sent me a message and said, "You need to work on your future seeing skills, bro." He was hilarious.
I think you were playing the odds because they were 0-6 in the finals together, right?
Yes, yep. And they wound up with good partners that really helped them work through that. Like, right, Jay Gibb helped them work through that.
And they would have won together
Rosie's
right?
like the Pat Riley of the NBA. He'll get you to the finals, right? So what are you saying? Say that again?
They would have won eventually together.
Yeah,
right?
it was only
They
a
were
matter of
both
time.
Improving as players.
They can be partners. They can rejoin and win today.
Yeah, the argument is go play with some veterans, some older veterans. I know Trevor had been on the tour for a long time anyway. But,
Yep.
Jake has a lot to teach. All the people that they paired up with have a lot to teach.
And Rosie cracked the code, getting to the finals.
Yeah.
Everyone Rosie played with made the finals. So the man cracked the code on how to get to the finals.
He's an SOB veteran.
Yeah, and an absolute mensch. I know I use the word a lot this weekend, and it's usually reserved for like the man who commands the most respect. But and maybe not mensch. Sorry, Rosie, but maybe not mensch, but mad respect, man, mad love. Look up the word mensch, guys, later.
Rosie had the best sky ball ever in Ixtapa. He steps behind the crowd, so this far back.
Yep.
Gives the ball to a little local kid, and the little local kid throws it in the air. Horrible throw.
Yes.
Rosie jumps, sky balls it, and then he steps over all the SOBers, grabs a drink, drinks it, and the ball's still in the air.
Yeah.
And then he's on the court when the ball gets
Oh
out.
my God, you're
It was
kidding.
great.
That is
Never
a
seen anybody get a drink during the sky
freaking.
ball.
That is a freaking boss, dude. Wow. Sorry, I'm talking through this match,
Let's
but
get back to the
it's 20-10, so we're working more towards the second set, but these girls have a story to tell, and I'll make sure that's told before the air notes.
I didn't know it was 20-10, but if
No,
you're
it's
down
21,
by
but
that much,
yeah.
But if you're down by that much, you're just trying to take a little bit of energy into the second.
Yes.
It ended pretty quickly.
And momentum. Yeah, and momentum. So just so I heard you correctly, he served a sky ball, went
Child
through
threw the ball
went
first.
through the beach chairs, right?
Yeah.
Went through the beach chairs,
Grabbed
got a
on his
drink.
way- No, he grabbed a drink from an SOB on the way through, drank it, and then got on the court before the ball was passed.
That's like a Stone Cold Steve Austin moment. I was a big wrestling head back then, and Stone Cold wound up in the like outside the ring,
Okay.
and like hit Bret Hart and saw someone with a beer, took it, drank the beer, hit him again. I'm like, that's drinking on the job. No,
It'd be
Rosie.
great if we had some more celebrities out here. And in Chicago, we had Vince Vaughn wandering down the beach, and he wandered up to VIP. They wouldn't let him in. Like, you got to go buy a ticket. Do they not understand the marketing that they could use if Vince Vaughn's in the crowd? And the guy's a giant. He's got to be 6'7".
Let me tell you something. I got a question since I got volleyball purist in the tent. Fun question, just for the crowd because we're recording. Who are your top 5 skyball servers? Let's just say last 10 years.
Yeah,
Or if you go back older than that, do that. I like Rosie. Rosie's in that conversation. I like Jeff Samuels. He's got a wiggle one.
I'm not old enough to remember. I barely started playing. Was it Jason Ring? And who's the other big?
Jason
Camacho.
Ring, yeah.
Camacho's got to be in it, right?
Yes.
The one that I saw.
Dana,
I
right?
couldn't
Dana
believe.
Camacho.
That's the one that I know that I couldn't believe. I don't have 5. That's the
Oh,
one I-
Carambola. Adrian Carambola.
Yeah.
The Italian, right? The lefty. The guy was in Cancun and won the match. It was 17 up, and his last 4 serves won the match on 4 sky balls, 2 aces.
On sky balls?
On the world scene.
Yeah.
But in his credit and his defense, the wind in Cancun.
Yeah.
That was not for freshmen. That was for linemen only, man.
It
So I
can make
remember-
a sky ball much more effective.
Yeah.
I remember when he was playing in the U.S. and then he went over to Italy where he's got citizenship there.
Yep.
Playing for Italy, and then I see him on the FIVB. All these little tricks.
Yep.
The guy could just frustrate his opponents. Little sets over on 2, little backdoor dumps.
And he plays well with everybody. He played with
He
Rangitti,
was in the
Alistair
Olympics,
Rangitti for a while. Yeah. Oh, with Rossi, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's a J-hook pass, but a bring back by the Scot. Skyball buying some time. Reset. Looking for the first point. Line over! There it is. 20 more of those, says the head coach. So, keys to victory, Mr. Devlin. I don't have a mic on you, but they can still hear you. I'd like for them to make sure they win the long rallies.
Yeah.
Right? They're the younger team. They have stamina. They're pulling double duty, but they still have a lot in the gas tank. Drag Skjodt and Urango into deep waters where they swim a little better, but for sure win the rallies. Like plays like that in system, Urango's going to do Urango things.
Yep.
But I think if there are 7 long rallies and if they win 6 of them, they got a shot. Thoughts?
So not specific to the team, Urango, if she gets going, her serve is deadly. But in general, when I want to win a game, I get my serves in. But I'm at a different level. I'm an amateur.
Right.
But I think sometimes, unless you're a pro that gets a lot of aces, you can't miss your serves.
Okay.
You want to put pressure on the team, but you can't give up 3 or 4 per player. That's just way too many points to give up.
Gotcha.
So if I win my games by 2 or 3, and the other team missed 5 serves and I missed none, well, there's the game right there.
You're right.
What did I just say?
That ball and right on cue. Right on cue.
And again,
I like it.
It's a good serve, but it's not an ace serve, and you missed it by just a little. So you gotta keep it in. Again, it depends on the level you're playing. You're playing really high level, high efficiency side outs. Yeah, you gotta really go for it.
So, I had a little joke with Rafa Rodriguez, and I ran into him today. God bless his soul. But in 2016, I had him and Kevin McCulloch. He's playing with Dave Palm. But I had him and Kevin McCulloch, and I screamed, and the referee allowed me to because you couldn't talk to the players back then. I said, do you know what it's called when I want you to serve tough and not miss? It's called pressure. And I thought I was going to get a warning from the ref, and everybody just, it was really quiet when I said it, and everybody just went, okay. Whoever, I don't know who that guy is with the Yankee hat, but I think he's right. And that's what we have here. You can't serve lollipops. You have to serve tough, but at the same time, you don't want to give them free points that they don't have to earn points, right? So, amateurism versus professionalism notwithstanding, I think we both win on that one. Wow, what a set!
Yeah, great set.
Boy, 3-3. Here's the switch. No, not yet. Gina, drifter set. Skjodt. Whoa, finishing in emphatic fashion.
All the young girls are hand setting these days.
Yes, and that's something else that changed from 2016, right?
Yeah, well,
in 16, the only hand setter was Larissa.
We got Kelly Larson at the time and Betsy Flint at the time.
Yeah. Yep.
They were the first hand setters out, and there were a lot of the big ones had hand set over the net. And then bring it forward a few years, and everybody's hand setting in the women's side. Nobody used to hand set.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because for the people listening, there were certain tournaments, Get Noticed Beach Volleyball JVA and Beach Volleyball National Events. We're having juniors tournaments where they said no hands calls tournament.
Oh, wow.
Where the kids jack up sets,
right?
they jacked up sets, no pressure, no hands calls, or no doubles calls.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think it was like no hands, meaning no doubles.
Yeah.
Like, carry, you can't just
you can't lift the ball,
catch
but
it in
you
the
can
palm,
double it.
catch it underhand and throw it.
No Chicago deep dish.
Yes. Oh, man. There's a lot of that in Chicago.
I'm trying to clean up my hands.
Oh, look.
I'm not a good bump setter, so I got to really clean up.
No, but if it's Chicago, to quote referee Dave Carson, check with your league. Right? If you're in a league where everyone's doing it, check with your league. What a rally! Did I get the back of the line?
Wow. Dead on the line.
Yes.
Wow, and echoing the first set, 6-3.
Playing in a sport and social club league, indoor fours, competitive in the sand. And my buddy Lay, he was Division I Loyola. They actually started the Loyola team around him and his buddy.
Okay.
25 years ago. And all of a sudden the league decided you could receive the serve with your hands.
Right.
And he was mad. I was like, that's ridiculous.
Yep.
So he just started mangling balls on serve receive, just catching and throwing.
There's the block!
To the setter.
And we might have identical timeouts. Last game it was 7-3, and they then called timeout.
I said late, I missed that.
Yeah. Well, the first set, they gave up 4 in a row. And we have a 3 in a row rule, but youth and inexperience taking over here. They need Wood's father is in the crowd, and I'm surprised he didn't say, hey, let's call timeout. Yeah.
Go.
Because they're on fire right now. Yeah.
Right, is the time.
Look, there he is.
He's thinking about it.
Yep.
Yep, they're doing it.
Yeah, because any longer than that, you're not talking about volleyball. You're talking about Game of Thrones or Avengers or something. You know, right? The conversation's completely something else as we call timeout. But what you were talking about, I want to remind our audience members, in 2001, indoor men's volleyball allowed double hit, first contact, to be legal. Carry's still illegal. But what a lot of people don't know is that receiving serve with your hands was never illegal. It was only illegal to double or carry it.
Correct.
And no one had the balls to do it, you know, because the refs all got together and said, we're going to make up a call. If you do that crap in my region, we're going to make up a call. You're not doing that, right? So I wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, and my stance is, if Karch, one of the best players in the world at the time, if he won't do it, why would I try and do it?
Nope. There's too much margin for error.
Yeah.
Balls go through your two hands. Balls don't go through your forearms. Right? No
Balls
volleyball's going to go
Did
through
you
your
see
forearms.
Did it never happens in Logan, 2019 yesterday?
Yeah. Oh. No. Tell me.
2019.
I was here.
Yeah, I was here.
Remind me, because we were here for that.
Yeah, the 2019, Logan's team's up, and Smith passes the ball, and Logan just literally dropped it through his hands. You set that ball, Hagen probably puts it away, and you win. They end up losing that set way into overtime and losing the next set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that
Yeah.
1 in 50, 1 in 100, did they ever do that?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I got washed in this day where there were 3 matches in a row here on court 2, where the first match we're like, that's match of the day, and then the next one was like, that's match of the day. And just when you thought it was match of the day, they kept upping the stakes. And then both crabs just like made two matches like uneventful and easy. There's the cross court and the good dig, Gina.
Oh, and it's over.
She touched it, she's got to go. And that ball, luff balloons out of bounds.
Great digging, Gina.
Gina.
And Game Gina, Urango, I dream of Gina, Urango, gets the dig and the rally. Nice hold on her platform in that position for serve and going middle. Her partner called line. Nice balance. She knows she's got to go. Looking for 10. Looking for double digits. Skjodt. Oh, teardrop.
Uh-oh.
Don't cry for me, Argentina, man. There was a big, huge Hollywood teardrop on court 2 by great Skjodt.
Is that how you pronounce the last name?
Yes. Dude, can you imagine how long I've been butchering that woman's name?
I didn't even try. I just called it
No.
properly.
Look, the commentators in the AVP are good for something, man. They get names right. I was just like, okay, that's how you do it. Yeah. Katie Spieler, shout out, calling court 1 or 2, man. I think you're doing terrific. I just think you need a play-by-play person, a setup guy. Tell them you know a guy. Katie Spieler, mad respect, finalist, Motherlode tournament, played with Carly Wopat. Lost to Sokolowski, who I think was a Ukrainian that was in Chicago for a little bit, and Katie Piles. Jump serve, middle, left shoulder. That's how you want to go. That's it. And you know what? That's a good swing by Urango, but as far as that serve is concerned, you really, really want to isolate Gina where she creates her string middle. You have a better shot at defending her line over and cuts and power shots out of the middle, but if she sets to the pin, she's way rangier. So it's almost it's a difficult task in its own, but if you want a shot at beating her, serve left shoulder and she'll ISO. Oh, that's a great.
So you mentioned Sokolowski. It's not a common name, but I play with the guy Matt Sokolowski down in Florida. Really good player.
Yep.
I had no idea he used to play in the AVP.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, I played against Canyon Seaman and started running off these names. I'm like, I had no idea I was playing with legends.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't know that about Andrei Belov. Andrei Belov. I didn't know that about him either. There's a guy who won the Patar Rumble last year or 2 years ago. 2021. Wow, great shot, huh?
Great shot.
Yeah, Andrei Belov was the leader in aces per set AVP 2013 and 2014. I met him in Central Park, and I was up 2018. He asked me what the score was. I said, we're up 2018, and he 4 aces. He's like, okay. Didn't know that was the score. Almost effed around and lost, and he got 4 straight aces. And I'm like, okay, wow. And
you called the timeout, right?
No. No, but I did argue that ball was out. He's like, no, it hit the line, and I'm like, are you sure? I tried to buy a little time. I even fixed the line. I created a de facto timeout, but nothing stopped that guy.
So they just gave up 2 points, and we
Yep.
went for a wipe on the glasses. That's just right. Don't burn a timeout.
No.
Use a wipe.
Would she go middle again? Yeah. And again, that's a good serve and good eye by the top ref, Renee, confirming with Matt.
So what do you think the average number of serves missed is? And I'm just a general question, not a specific.
For both teams,
Yeah. No, not here. In general.
13 serves. 13 serves. A match.
One miss out of every 13.
Oh, no.
That's
Total. No, total 13.
13
So
missed serves?
Yeah, in the match.
Oh wow.
Both teams. Easily, actually.
That sounds like a
Because if you divide it into 2 sets, you know there's going to be at least 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's say one game.
And one.
Again, I'm looking for an average. So do people miss a serve like 8% of the time, like 1 out of 12?
For the men, I would say 18%.
Okay. So I want you to pay attention. I'm going to say that the missed serve is 8 to 10%. But I'll argue all day long that the missed serves after an ace is 30 to 40%. It
Okay.
goes up dramatically after you get an ace. I don't know why.
Yeah, it
You're
does.
hitting it harder. You got adrenaline. People
Yeah.
Are, I was just trying to float it. I'm like, yeah, but you got an ace, and then you miss, and your percentage like quadruples.
I agree. But you know what's crazy? When you start approaching this statistic like more acutely, someone like Billy Allen, he gets 2 aces. The third serve, he's like, I'm lollipopping.
Yeah.
So it's one of those guys like Billy. There's some games he has 0 service errors, right? So, but you're right. Like the streaky guys, the guys who get the more aces, will probably miss. Case Beer probably
Case Beer
misses
in
that 4th
Seattle
serve.
getting like 5 and a 6. They get first 6 points.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, that 7th serve was in, and they called it out. I swear to God, he hit that. They just didn't want him to get 7.
Yeah. Probably misses that 4th
Patterson
serve.
just standing on the court like, I don't know what's going on. He was playing with Caper at the time.
And you
They
know,
just crushed it.
the other crazy thing is those players are mathematical in other respects, like Case Beer.
Yeah.
I did a pull chart on him. Every 4th shot is line hard or line over. Cross, line, cross, line. My 14-year-olds did a pull chart, and because we were playing him, and my 14s came up to me and said, "Coach, he does every 4th shot line over or hard line." And I told my 14,
Does that or subconscious?
I don't know, but I told my 14s, I said, "You're out of your mind. This isn't math. This is volleyball."
Yeah.
But a player's not a robot. He's not going to do that.
Yeah.
And when we played him, I did the pull chart for the first set. And I said, my kids. You know, half the time you're like, fuck the kids. No, the kids got it right. Dude, 1 out of every 4 shots.
I'm going to go back and watch some tape, see what it looks like.
I'll actually show you on my phone after the game because they sent me a picture on my phone.
Okay.
I want you to see Billy Allen's pull chart.
Okay.
Which is like, it's like the pull chart of a crazy man. You don't want to. It's like Hannibal. You don't want to be in his head, dude. Dude, there's guys with white lab coats in your head if you look at Billy Allen's pull chart. we wanted nothing to do with that guy. He didn't get served. And look, first game was 24-22. We did the best we could against a team no one thought we were going to beat anyway.
15 and 17?
Yeah.
They got a lot of potential.
Yep. Yeah. And they're a story to tell. They're a story to tell. I remember 2017, a 15 and a 17-year-old out here on court too, named Partain and Partain.
How about that win? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But taking out Mola and Storm, the stat I read is that the U.S. team hadn't beaten Norway in 6 years.
I know.
And they got it done.
If there was any team that was going to do it, Trevor and Try was as close as it got. That was remember Hamburg. That was 3 sets. That was 3 sets. Yeah.
AVP. I'm pretty much an AVP.
I only watched it because they did a 2-man block. They both got caught at the net, Trevor and Try. And on a dig, Maul tried to go over, and they both got stuck, and they double blocked him and got the double block. And they got it. They got the double block. What up, Lady Khan? What's up, Princess? Oh, you're up here next?
Yeah.
Carly, if you want to put your camera here, put it here. This is for everybody. This is sure. How you doing?
I just waited.
I just did it in New York. I was like, how you doing?
They did.
Yeah.
Till the game was over.
Yeah, move your camera here.
Okay.
or here. It's just a better shot. And your iPhones overheat too, so you might
yeah,
want to
this
keep
is
them out of the
great.
sun. So when you get a chance, come around.
Okay.
Put the tripod. I'm gonna move my bag. Put one tripod right here, and put the mini me in front of it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
This is
Who do you guys play?
Daphne Reeves.
Oh, Reed. She's the queen of the holds, baby.
Yeah.
I teach. You teach your juniors, right? To hold their platform, and I'm like, just watch. Match point, Gina. The same way she started is the same way she finished. Winners, 2-0. Gina, and then tried to make it as uneventful as possible, but her crowd and Scott's crowd are not having it. Every moment is exciting for these two young ladies. Hey, stick around, man. I'm gonna do another match, but for now, Jason DeBillius, my man Steve Devlin, the SOB crew in the house. We're out of here. Later.
You got to come back to